Okay, so in this video, I'm going to discuss how to solve trigonometric equations. Okay, before I start explaining the question I wrote right here, let's say if you have a normal equation, a normal algebraic equation, which is, I'm going to write down here, let's say 5a plus 2 equals to a. Okay, so pause this video for a second and then tell me, how do you calculate the value of a? Alright, so what do? First, you will combine the a values. It's going to be 5a minus a, and you will take 2 to the other side. It's going to be negative 2. Correct? 5a minus a is going to be 4a equals to negative 2, and then what do? To find the value of a, divide it by 4 on both sides, and you will get a equals to negative 1 over 2. Right? Now look, this question on the left side is similar to the right side. It's just the difference. The right side, it's a algebraic equation. On the left side, it's a trigonometric equation. Okay, but the method solving both of them is same. Now look at this. I will combine the sine x values. I will bring them here. 5 sine x minus sine x, and then 2 to the other side. It's going to be negative 2. Now 5 sine x minus sine x is going to be 4 sine x equals to negative 2, and then divided by 4 on both sides. This is going to be sine x equals to negative 1 over 2. Okay, now look here, in these questions you need to find the value of x. Okay, and to find the value of x, you will take sine inverse. So you will write it down, sine inverse negative 1 over 2. Okay, alright, now you will use your calculator and you can find the value of sine inverse negative 1 over 2. From calculator, the value you will get for x is x equals to negative 30. Okay, now this value you really need to understand. What do you do with this value? Now I'm going to explain you with a graph. Look, in x and y coordinate, in first quadrant, all the values, all means sine, cos and tan, all values are positive. And when you get your answers of sine, cos and tan, they will be positive. In second quadrant, sine is positive and cos and tan, both of them are negative. In third quadrant, sine is negative, cos is also negative, and tan is positive. Here in fourth quadrant, sine is negative, cos is positive, and tan is negative. To remember these values, there is a one method, which is, I'm going to make it here, A S T C. Okay, and there is a one rhyme to remember this. It's called all students take calculus. So first quadrant is all of them are positive. Second quadrant, only sine is positive, cos and tan is negative. In third quadrant, tan is only positive, and fourth quadrant, only cos is positive but sine and tan are negative. Now look at over here. Sine x is negative 1 over 2, right? When you reach at this point, it means the values of x or a value of x is going to be in which quadrant? Where the sign is negative. Now you can see that sign is negative in third quadrant and in fourth quadrant, correct? The value you got is x equals to negative 30. Now negative 30, if you ignore negative for a second, then 30 is the value of first quadrant, right? But there is a concept of reference angle which we did it. Reference angle is an angle which is connected to x-axis. Now look at this one. Let's say if you have an angle right here in third quadrant, okay, now this angle is it's a one angle, and this one is going to be the reference angle. This part is the reference angle. Now what do? You are going to find the value of this is given, which is negative 30. Okay, to want to calculate the rest of it, it's going to be theta, or if you don't want to write a theta, then you just write it on normal value. Then you will just say that x is equals to 180 and plus the value of x you just calculated. Again, keep it in positive, it's going to be 30. Now x is equals to 210. And now 210, if you want to write it in degrees, no problem, you can keep it in degrees. Or if you want to write it down in in radian form, you can write it down in radian form. And in radian form, it's 7 pi over 6. Okay, now another value of sine is right here, like somewhere here in fourth quadrant, correct? Now in fourth quadrant, if it's negative 30, then the other value is going to be 330. X equals to 330. Now how do I know this value? Now let's see again. This is angle 30 right here, and the reflection of this angle is somewhere here. This is the reflection of the angle. But in the positive form, if this is negative 30, on the other side it's going to be 330. The total angle, like this angle, is going to be 330. So this is how you find that both values, which is supposed to be in the third and in fourth quadrant. Alright, so next we have this question: 7 cot x minus square root 3 equals to 4 cot x. Again, let's combine the cot x values, and it's going to be 7 cot x minus 4 cot x equals to square root 3. Okay, 7 cot x minus 4 cot x is going to be 3 cot x equals to square root 3, and then divided by 3 on both sides, you will get cot x equals to square root 3 over 3. Now in your calculator, cot x means inverse of cot is not given. To calculate the value of x, you have to take cot inverse, right? But we know the identity, which is called reciprocal identity of cot x. We know cot x is equals to 1 over tan x, correct? So at cot x, I applied an identity and change into sine, cos and tan form. Okay, so always when cosecant, secant and cot are given and you need to find the inverse, you just change them into simple form. So I changed into tan form and I have here same thing, square root 3 over 3. As you can see that tan x is in fraction, I will flip them. If you will flip the left side, you also have to flip the right side. So it will become tan x equals to square root 3 over 3 over square root 3. Okay, and now it's easy. You need to calculate the x value. You will write it down. X equals to tan inverse of 3 over square root 3. Clear? But right before this step, look at over here. The value of tan is positive, right? And again, what I explained you before, A, S, T, C. Okay? Tan is positive here and tan is positive in third quadrant. Okay? Let's calculate the x value by using calculator and you will get x equals to 60 degree. And 60 degree is in first quadrant, right? So you will have 60 degree approximately here. Oh, sorry. Not this one. This is your 60 degree, approximately 60 degree here. Okay, now where is the second value of tan x? Reflection of this one. I'm going to draw a different color. This will be the other value of tan x. This is 60 and what is plus 180? So 180 plus 60 is going to be the other value of x, will be 240. Now if you want to calculate or if you want to change into n form, now look at this. The one value is 60 right here, right? And then the next value is the reflection of it. Now again, this angle reflection will go back to this one and then this go back to here and then here and then here. Now look, what is the difference? The difference is pi, correct? Means 60 plus 180 is the next value, correct? So if you say that n value of, if you want to write the n value of x, then you will write x equals to 60 plus n pi. Okay, there is no like a one specific method. You just have to figure out, you have to think about it, like when the value of sine, cos or tan is changing, like after what period, and then you decide the nth value of x. If you want to write it down in radian form or in pi form, then it's going to be x equals to pi over 3 plus n pi. Okay, this should be written in 180. Okay, now this is in the form of degrees and this is in radian. Both answers are correct. You can keep your answers in both way.